It's October 29th, 2014. There's something under a blue tarp, Steve.
Yeah. What is it, Chris?
I don't Steve, I don't know. Maybe it's those photos of Fasano.
I mean, the ones where he's laying out on the bed. I won't mention the photos because, that wouldn't be right of me to mention that there's naked photos of Tim Fasano hanging around out there on the internet somewhere.
If you look
everywhere.
If you look for him.
So anyway,
yeah.
What's going on? Chris?
I guess, Steve, there's a blue tarp.
There's a blue tarp.
There's a blue tarp. That's what I know. Is that there's a blue tarp.
Who's responsible for this blue tarp?
So a guy in a cowboy hat, a man of your ilk, I guess.
I wear a cowboy hat.
Yes.
I have a blue tarp too.
Wow. Wait a minute. I'm smelling a conspiracy here, Alcorn.
No, there's nothing in my blue tarp though.
No. So who came out with this information first? Was it Dyer himself?
No. By the way, people, we're talking about Tricky Ricky.
Yes, Rick Dyer and his fucking his blue tarp.
I promised I'd never talk about that guy again.
Yeah, but
I made a promise Saturday night to a good friend not to talk about this guy again, and I'm doing it. But anyway, yeah, Tim Fasano was the first one I saw. Tim Fasano, the skunk ape researcher from Florida. How come I can't say that without laughing? Is the first to present the information that allegedly Mr. Rick Dyer has shot and killed yet another Bigfoot. What's this make, 15?
I don't fucking know.
And then, of course, after that, Rick Dyer himself showed pictures of the dead Bigfoot. Well, a blue tarp.
A blue tarp.
That, was sort of kind of in the shape of a body, maybe. Kind of, sort of, maybe. It was wrapped up.
Possibly.
You couldn't tell what was in it. But, of course, it's Rick Dyer, so it probably is a Bigfoot. That's my guess.
Yeah.
And I'm probably the fucking Pope, too.
I don't know. At this point, it's like, how many times has this guy pulled this shit? Wow.
Oh, guess what? It's 7 o'clock.
It's medication time. Come see Dr. McMurphy, Steve. It's medication time.
So anyway, what I do know is Walter Schrum. He's some sort of musician out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania. I have his address and phone number, by the way, but I shouldn't probably get that out over the air.
No.
It's publicly available. Just look up Walter Schrum.
No, but if somebody calls you in the middle of the night,
yes,
asking you for that information, just freely give it, Steve.
He's one of those that is involved. Also, Tim Frickle, Dale Boswell. Tim Frickle and Dale Boswell, the folks will remember, were involved in the last hoax. So, which just, occurred last week or something?
Yeah, it wasn't that fucking long ago.
Yeah, here's the thing. Why didn't he wait a while? My Lord.
Because he needs to get himself back out there so that he can keep his name, front and center as much as possible. I don't know what the end game is besides just fucking besides pulling fucking hoax after hoax. I don't get it.
No, there is an end game.
There's an end game. Okay.
There is, and I know what it is. It all started back in 2008 with the original hoax. The intention of that hoax, maybe some know.
It started with a hoax, Steve.
The intention of that hoax was to
fool me once, Steve. Shame on.
Eventually, put out a Bigfoot autopsy video.
Much like the alien
video? Autopsy. Yeah, yes. You remember the alien autopsy video back in
Yes,
What,
I recall the.
early 2000s?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Well, I do know that, there was an attempt to contact the people that were involved with that to make a Bigfoot autopsy video. Now, in my, times that I've spoken to Rick Dyer, that's basically his goal was with the Hank thing, and I'm sure with this one, is to make something of that nature. That's what he wants to do. That's been his goal for a long time. He stole that idea from Biscardi, but that's what he wants to do. He wants to have something of that impact, or what that alien autopsy video did super good,
Super
on
good.
TV and shit. Well, you don't like the
Was
way I
it
talk, man?
was it more gooder, Steve?
It was better than gooder. It was the goodest.
The
But
goodest.
hey, if we're still talking about the alien autopsy video today, and everybody knows what we're talking about, then it did pretty damn well. And so, what the original intent of the 2008 hoax was something similar to that. They wanted to do a documentary and that kind of thing, with the alien or the Bigfoot autopsy being the final part of it. And I spoke to Rick Dyer. He told me he wants to do a Bigfoot autopsy video. Of course, that was during the last hoax, but he didn't get to achieve that because, that one didn't work out so well. So now, obviously, he's
On to
still
the next thing.
Right. And that's his ultimate goal, believe it or not. I know it sounds silly.
And now
insane,
for something completely different.
It's insane, but that is his. I mean, mark my words, he will eventually do it.
Make a Bigfoot autopsy video.
Yes, that's what he wanted. That's what he wants to do. I have the messages between me and him that talk about it, and he even posted it publicly a few times that there would be an autopsy video of Hank, but of course Hank was fake.
Right.
Of course, this one is too, but that's his ultimate goal.
Right. And I mean,
because he thinks that'll make him tons of money.
Yeah. And Hank was like, looking at Hank, it was awful. It was just, like, I mean, I didn't see it like in person, but I mean, the pictures that I saw, it was fucking.
You didn't have to see it in person.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, now we have a blue tarp. We have.
Right. Well, that's because he doesn't have a body. It's because he hasn't had the next Hank made yet.
We have Fasano down in.
Fasano's game in this, man.
Is he in Florida right now? Is he with Dyer?
No. Fasano, as far as I know, is just receiving messages from Dyer
about the whole spiel, but he's all in.
It's hard to read Fasano sometimes. It's hard to tell whether he's all in or just fucking around.
Right.
So I would say, he's all in for the publicity.
Yeah. I think that's like a running theme with everything in these circles. That's all it comes back to is, to get your name out there, garner attention off of bullshit. A lot of times bullshit.
Right.
But Steve, I think this time I'm all in.
Are you?
I'm all in, Steve. I'm all in.
I'm
all in. I just pushed all my chips in the middle of the fucking table.
Well, I don't agree with you, but what if I'm wrong?
I'm all in. I think we're looking at this all the wrong way. Completely the wrong way.
I am currently looking pictures of the tarp.
Steve, I'm also all in on this shadow government lizard people. Just all in.
Slender Man.
Slenderman's real. It's fucking real.
It's real. I don't care if it started out as a internet myth. It probably is real. I just don't know where Dyer goes from here. Obviously, he's making a documentary. Oh, by the way, he's got a new film
He's a man of the people, Steve.
He's got a new film company. Guess what it's called?
I don't know.
Get High Films.
Oh, isn't that witty?
And here's the thing: this Walter Shrum dude, the musician that's with him,
right,
is like this big churchy guy. He sings Christian music, and then Rick Dyer has recently claimed to be some sort of youth leader at a church somewhere, because any church would hire Rick Dyer to be their youth leader.
You fucking kidding me?
No, I am not making this stuff up. Well, Rick Dyer might be, but I'm not.
See, this just goes to my point, Steve. He's a man of the people. He's out there. He's out there. He's doing it for the working man, Steve. He's a regular Joe.
He's doing it for the Lord, apparently, because
our Lord.
Not mine, but somebody's, I guess. I'm not making that part up. He recently on his YouTube,
but what we know as of right now is there's a blue.
He has nothing.
There's a blue tarp, and I'm all in, Steve.
Oh, and there's some fake blood stains on the blue tarp too.
Oh, excuse me, Steve. This is like the cat in the box. What is that? Schrodinger's cat. There's a blue tarp, Steve. We don't know what's underneath it.
Well, so we automatically should jump to the conclusion that it's a Bigfoot because it's Rick Dyer. And would he?
Occam's razor says Bigfoot.
Would he hoax us again? Come on.
I'm all in, Steve.
I can't even think that with a straight face, man.
Come on, sure.
I know you're all in because we had this discussion before the show, and you told me that
I'm all in with everything.
You were going to sell your house. You were going to sell your car, and you were going to move to Pennsylvania because that's where Rick Dyer allegedly shot this thing. Moved to Pennsylvania just to meet up with Rick Dyer and give him all the money from the proceeds. So that,
I don't know if I'm going to go that far.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm all in though. And I'm all in as far as there's a blue tarp.
Apparently, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 bags of Walmart ice to freeze a Bigfoot.
13.
13.
Really?
That's all Walmart had.
Wow. I'm all in. 13. That's a fucking freaky number, Steve.
Well, there you go. There might be 14 in there. It's piled up.
Oh. Well, maybe I'm not then. I'm on the fence now, Steve. You might be bringing me back.
For you, Chris.
You hear this? You hear him?
For you. I hear it.
Oh. I better hide.
They're coming to take you away.
They know that I'm all in. And
hey, they do claim. Dyer's claimed twice or three times now that the MIB has stole his Bigfoot. So if you're all in and you're,
I do not foresee the Men in Black coming to my fucking house for any reason whatsoever.
Well, you never know.
But we've got a blue tarp. Steve,
that's about all we have.
Yeah, well,
I think he shot this one with an arrow. I see some arrows in the back of the truck here.
Is he trying to be the Green Arrow?
No, they're all camouflaged.
It's popular to be an archer now.
Apparently. Yeah. Well, it is archery season in Pennsylvania right now. So.
Yeah. It's popular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm so toned down tonight.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah. Maybe that's what all in does to me.
I think so.
I think I should stop being all in.
No doubt, man. All in what?
You should definitely, Steve. You're good at this.
Okay.
Digging this shit up. You need to find some more info for the people.
I think I will. Like I said, it just happened Monday or something, so it's not like there's a lot of information out there yet.
Yeah, this is just
all we know is somewhere allegedly near Hazeltown, PA. Although I think it's probably closer to my side of the state.
Listen, I bet you if I go to Hazeltown, PA, I can find a blue tarp.
And that would probably be proof that he's telling the truth this time. If
Steve,
there's a blue tarp in Pennsylvania,
I'm beginning to think. I'm back. I'm sliding over to the other side of the fence again, Steve.
That's right.
I just want you to know.
Why do they show pictures of the tarp? Why do they show pictures of the tarp, but not them putting something in the tarp? I wonder.
Because this is how it's done. And by that I mean releasing.
You think seriously though?
Serious, honest pictures of a real Bigfoot.
A real blue tarp.
Under blue tarp. Maybe.
Do you really seriously think anybody's going to buy this time? I mean, come on.
I can't even fucking with I can't even with a straight face try to act like fucking I'm all in for fuck's sake.
No, because before the show you said I'm going to act like, I
can't even do it.
No,
like here's the thing. We've seen this so many fucking times with this shit. Just people and there are people who try to like honestly try to pass shit off. Not honestly, but I kind of use that word weird. But try to pass stuff off, I guess, with a little bit more pizzazz, I guess you could say, because they're not doing or a little bit, they're more artsy about it because he's just a jackass who gets out and keeps saying, I've got a Bigfoot, and then, oh, I don't have a Bigfoot. Ah. Hey, wait, I got a Bigfoot. No, I mean it this time. I got a Bigfoot. No, Steve, I got a Bigfoot. Ah.
There's one thing that if Mr. Dyer's listening, if I'm not mistaken, did he not admit that Hank was a hoax?
I don't remember.
Yes,
I honestly don't. I look at that body, the pictures of that body that was released, and I say, hoax.
Well, but you can't prove a hoax unless obviously you have the actual fake body, or the person who did it admits that it was a hoax. And in this case, yes, he says, yes, Hank was a hoax, but yeah, I did shoot a real Bigfoot. However, back in 2012, when this all first started, and I discovered that it was Rick Dyer who uploaded the tent video, Rick Dyer and I had a few chats. And in one of those chats, Rick Dyer says to me, if I'm near any hoax ever again, I will give you my website, meaning me. And I said, Mr. Dyer, I'll take you up on that bet. And if you can prove that you had a real Bigfoot body, I'll give you my website, Sasquatch Scoop. You know that one. So Mr. Dyer publicly admitted that he was involved in another hoax, so he can sign that over to my GoDaddy account anytime now. BigfootTracker.com is now mine.
Now your domain. You're the master of your domain.
I will be the master of that domain. I have the proof. I have the Facebook chat messages with Mr. Dyer saying that he would do that if he was caught near another hoax. And he admitted to a hoax, so I want my website. I'm serious.
I don't think you're going to get it, but hey.
I don't care. I will.
I don't think you're going to, Steve. I think it's all bullshit. I don't even know what to say about it besides telling people it's bullshit. Don't buy into this. It's a fucking he's releasing pictures of a fucking blue tarp. Woohoo! Blue tarp.
Oh, and ice in the back of a truck.
And ice. Blue tarp and ice. Yeah.
But there's witnesses this time.
Oh, fuck him. There's fucking witnesses.
Yeah, witnesses, most of whom were involved in the last hoax. Dale Boswell and Tim Prickle. Come on.
Now, so because I had been seeing stuff online saying that Fasano was directly involved with it. So what you're saying is no, that's not the case.
Well, no, that's not necessarily true. Fasano's still in Florida. I know he'd been in the hospital recently, and he had damn near lost his cab driving job. Why they haven't fired him for, making videos while he's driving in his cab, I haven't. But anyway, I'm just saying. While he's driving his cab, he's fucking filming himself, with one hand, and oh god, I mean that's the most dangerous thing in the world. But anyway,
fucking pretty dangerous.
What I do know that he may not directly be involved in this hoax, but he is being fed information from Dyer and his cohorts, and that's how the information came out in the first place. Apparently, Dyer gave it to him, and he released it. So
interesting.
But
I just want to make sure all the facts were out there, so that we're not like, I don't want to skewer it and say, hey,
right.
He's directly involved. He's not directly involved.
Well,
but
indirectly, I would say at this point.
But this is the way that the information's coming out.
Started to, yeah. Now Dyer's putting it out on his YouTube channel. But see, here's the thing: Dyer's in Pennsylvania, probably away from his computer and all that, so he had to have some way to put it out.
Steve, I think you should go find him.
Well, he's on the other side of the state. That's like a long drive and all. If he was anywhere near here, you damn straight I'd go meet up with him.
Pussy, jump in that fucking VW bug and Flintstones that motherfucker over there.
Yeah, because I'd have to, because there's no brakes in the damn thing.
Don't you have a buddy like Barney Rubble that can jump in that fucking thing and you guys can haul ass?
Light enough. I don't need a buddy. I don't have any friends, Chris.
Aw.
That's true.
But yeah, so I basically just want to get the info out there because, I mean, come on, people, please.
If you see a blue tarp and it's associated with the name Rick Dyer,
don't buy into this fucking shit.
Real.
Don't buy into this.
But people will. People will.
Oh yeah, and that's why I say it. Don't buy into this fucking horse shit.
He can't hoax again. No. He's a man of the cloth. He's a man of God now, Chris. Yeah.
A man of God.
Here's the thing that pissed me off about Rick Dyer, and nothing else he's ever done has really pissed me off. Yeah, I get upset with him for the hoaxing bullshit, whatever. That doesn't piss me off. It's what he does. Here's what pissed me off in the last hoax. Is that he used his daughter's name in a video, and I have the video somewhere. I chose not to post it and point this out because it's a little kid involved. But he said, I swear on my daughter's life, and she was in that video. He was sitting next to her. I swear on my daughter's life that I have a Bigfoot body. And that's what pissed me off about Rick Dyer.
Yeah, I don't get the guy. I don't presume to understand the guy, but it just people, and I've seen it everywhere. So obviously people are giving it attention.
We are.
Well, but the reason that I'm giving it attention is because I've seen it.
Right. And it's been all over my Facebook.
Right, and it's been all over my Facebook page since, whatever fucking day, all the fucking groups that I, post the fucking show in.
Right.
So on. But.
So he's getting the attention he wants, and that's it. And in an indirect way, we're giving him attention as well. So what do we do about that?
Right, but I what I want people to understand is it's bullshit. It is bullshit. It's bullshit. Don't buy into it. I don't know what it is this time. I don't know what he's got under there.
If I was in the desert and Rick Dyer happened by and I was thirsty because I hadn't had water and there was no civilization for 300 miles around me and he was the only hope I had of living, I wouldn't take the water from the man. Because it's probably fucking poison or something. You know what I mean? That's how much I wouldn't trust this guy.
He's shown himself to be quite the little snake over time. And I just think people should understand. He doesn't have a Bigfoot body. Like I got a message from somebody the other day. Can you believe that he's doing this again?
Yes. Of course I can.
I guess. But don't buy into it, people. Just fucking, it's a blue tarp. What's under it? I can't tell you right now because I don't know what's underneath it, but I very highly doubt that it's a fucking Bigfoot. Because, Steve, we got to admit, you have to admit, there's always that small fucking chance that it could be.
No.
No,
not at all.
There's that minute.
Okay, what are the odds?
Percentage.
He happens to go to San Antonio and shoot a Bigfoot.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you that I doubt it. I'm telling you that I doubt it. I'm telling you that I doubt it. I'm telling you that it's a fucking bullshit story. But
it's a bullshit story.
It's a bullshit fucking story.
Have you seen Shooting Bigfoot yet, Chris?
No.
Have you seen how this man handles a firearm?
I'm not fucking watching anything. I'm disgusted. That's why I've rambled on now. We've gone on almost a fucking half hour about this bullshit because I'm just disgusted.
It's amazing he didn't shoot himself.
I'm disgusted.
I sat down with Steve Calls the other night, and we kind of watched a little bit of that Shooting Bigfoot movie, the one with Biscardi and Dyer, and he had actually Steve had made some clips of Rick, and it was so hilarious. It's fucking him falling down in the woods, dropping his gun, and all this bullshit. This man couldn't shoot anything.
Oh,
it's horrible.
Yeah, he's a piece of fucking work. And that's our update for tonight. Thank you. Thank you. That's your news? You guys stop fucking tramping all over me, God damn it.
Yeah, that's what I do.
I know.
Sorry.
Motherfucker. This has been your Fortean Slip News special update, you motherfucker.
I don't even get high.
Son of a bitch!